time as you like go through. And generally, in video form before, I talked about, just like before I mute myself, I talked about how like the world changes over time. I'm pretty sure I just some fun stuff. Unlock some fun stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just messing around, enjoying. So, hope you guys enjoy some of the weird, kind of fun things that I've been finding, kind of like the max out damage shenanigans. A bunch of this stuff was talked about, kind of like loosely found and talked about in forum spaces and stuff. But I just haven't explored the game, so I'm gonna 100% it. Go around and find all the secret stuff. Have fun. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, wait, yeah. And I'm playing on normal, and there's a bunch of like soft controls if you're like really good at the game, where it it yeah. I mean, you can make the controls super crazy easy, or do the controls kind of how I do it. I don't know. Maybe I should summarize that. Just kind of as I'm talking, going through. I'm kind of sitting here enjoying medication. I'm enjoying some or THCA or whatever. I have insomnia. I need to sleep all the time. It's terrible. Something about eating food and going to sleep is just atrocious for me. But hey, world building games, not so much. Really nice and fun. Gonna do a bunch of fun building and brain exercises and get really upset. But I'm pretty sure, loosely speaking, there's a bunch of shenanigans that I found that I want to do some math for in the background. And I mean, loosely speaking, I'm kind of pointing out a bunch of like awkward stuff. Like basically what I'm pointing out is it appears as though you can whip up a whole gigantic fight. I sat around going, oh my goodness, guys, look at these infinite enemy spawns where I'm playing for half an hour to an hour straight. I cannot believe that I can get all of this XP and material for my cloaks that I want to max out. You know, I think it's funny. Like later on, when I like kept running one time, when like beacon and just kept going, and just like was just started going faster and faster, and just like ran into a random one, and then triggered the boss fight. I'm just, I, I just want to see what happens. Okay, like low key, there's a bunch of like loose code that's just around where I think what's happening is like just patching up of like the loose background of the in-betweens, and you can trigger in-between story fights by kind of like walking over aggressive, like kind of like just being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fight everything, oh yeah, and then you can trigger these like gigantic fights out of nowhere, like by going to a fight or going over to the city section and saying hi to the kids and then like walking over somewhere, and you just trigger like these random fights by just casually walking around. Like it's super cool. Like when you kind of get to the end game, what I found out is kind of like I did my story really fast. I did this whole video, I talked about it, I did my story really fast. Yeah, now I was like upgrade my cloak, do my thing, get my like, you know, max, whatever, and just like I played it like a year later. I got like arrested or something. It was weird. Like it was a whole thing. So like when I came home, you know, I ended up deciding to finish the game, play it through, and just kind of enjoy it. And you know, once I got kind of everything got bought over and kind of like sold out. Oh my gosh, you know, like it's just kind of now with the free stuff. I wanted to post out stuff where I was kind of all bumpy and like spiky and like, oh man, this is the best stuff. But honestly, it's a beautiful brain exercise. It's a very high level mathematics enjoyment game. Like I do a lot of like cool stuff in the background. It's fun. I was kind of just doing this whole like reading kick and like sleeping kick, and my work has to pay me like multiple $1,000s in like separate accounts. It's awkward. I'm like staring at my work's staring at me, and I'm like, man, I'm just gonna do some world building. Like time to pay my mortgage, my guy. Like, because I'm like, all right, time to world build again. It's fine. I'm just gonna do a bunch of lives and talk about whatever. My work's a fantastic place, just to generally summarize. They looked at me like with paperwork errors. I looked at them with paperwork errors, and I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna sit at home because I have a mortgage and I'm an adult now, I guess, at 30. And it was just a weird experience where like I'm looking at Amazon and like all mad, and Amazon's looking at me like, all right, sit down, relax. It's like what? 1,000 something in stock, 1,000 something in your savings account, and a couple thousand in a check. Just relax. You have a mortgage, right? Then I'm sitting there like, yeah, I get it. Like, whatever. Thank you. Like, me working aggressive, like almost probably illegal hours. My bad. I was just homeless for a little bit because I was like, whatever. Like, so, I mean, my bad. 9 months, hungry wolf. Time to world build. Like, my bad. Not a big deal. Time to enjoy some of the, you know, the gaming and like building and some of the like the light stuff that I want to talk about. It's just like building resources in this game. This is one of those ones where I did the story fast and I immediately realized, I was like, okay, that was like 10 hours. That was dumb. This story sucks. Sat there and went, the map is like 100 hours of World Simulator. Oh my God, nothing to do? Put it down, right? Literally like kind of just left the game here. Was just like, oh, there's some of these nightmares around. Just like, okay, cool. Like, whatever. No idea. I mean, I've whipped up a couple like ridiculous, like I've had one that was like yo, there was one where I was legitimately like actually pissed off. Like I was like, yo, I don't have like I turned off hard, bro. I turned it off. I straight up was like, this is garbage. I died because I ran out of resources. I was like, that's not even fair. I was like, yo, I can't even get away from the infinite. I was sitting in the infinite just like, all right, like how many resources can I farm here? Just sitting there farming, and it just like, and I was just got legit mad and was like, I'm just gonna run off in the distance, like it'll be fine, like, like beacon on all this other stuff, like, whoops, like. So I hope you guys enjoy. Everyone that's enjoying the game free, just run around. You know what I mean? Just solo stuff. It'll be fun. You know what I mean? Like. It's a really great engagement game. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on, but this appears to be the after game. I'm kind of discovering it, wanting to do a bunch of videos on it, wanting to play it, wanting to sit at home. Like I'm actually like legitimately waiting for like $1,000 check in the mail, $1,000 account is savings in my name, and 1,000 plus something stock something. I'm just like, okay, cool. Like just kind of like this. I don't know how to be 30 at all. I'm not even sure I'm 30 years old, dude. I'm just sitting here like 9 months of, can I have overtime, please? Like, just like, yeah. Amazon's looking at me like, yo, you can't do that. And I'm looking at them like, I was just homeless. Fuck off. Like, I was just alright. No, wait, this is a kid's game. Okay, well, I'm an adult. I'm 30. I'm sorry. I'm full 30. I'm world building. This is all my creatures. This is all the creatures I found. I'm sorry. I thought this was allowed. I thought it was soft allowed. I did Pokemon a little bit. Like, technically, like, there's updates and stuff, so, like, I kind of soft figured this out by accident. Because, like, the AI is world building by decision trees and whatever. So, like, the AI is building by decision trees. Like, there's AI coding going on, whatever, like, for PlayStation side and a bunch of other company side. I'm like, I pulled out a bunch of my investments from it. There's a weird stuff going on in my personal life. Everyone's looking at me a little funny, like, yo, you're not allowed to work in a factory, Nelson. Like, yeah. People are looking at me like 9 months later on that overtime, like, yo, bro, you're not allowed to do that. And I'm sitting there like, yo, I pulled out, like, get off me. Like, and they're sitting there like, yo, your stock was supposed to be like for your entire life. So technically you kind of have a contract, but it's just for your opinion. And I'm sitting there like, no. I do not give my opinion on that stock anymore. Thank you. And they're sitting there like, we don't know what to do with that legally. And it's just kind of hilarious. Also, this one's sweet. Second favorite. That one's sweet, dude. There's so many of them. Like, there's so many of the fights where the battle in betweens and what the creatures are able to do are, it's just like, you can basically run into two of these and just kind of like start these giant chain fights where like one of them, like that's one of the ones you can run into. Like Bandersnatch, I feel like he's like my second favorite one. Where you just randomly trigger this one, like just walking around in battles and like triggering the storms just randomly from doing combo attacks and just doing too much. Like if you start doing too much damage, the game will start going, okay, cool, well here's more creatures. Like it's actually like run around Grand Theft Auto. Like legitimately, like this game is nice. Like I'm sitting here oozing, gushing, enjoying, you know what I mean? World building. Talking about my life. Like, whoa. Alright, so what are the other ones here? Me, a poet. Yeah, alright, so lanterns. Lanterns are the, okay, a weird thought. Lanterns are like the obvious infinites. These are like the safe infinites. Like, these are like the safe ones. I feel like I should maybe bring that up generically. I'm kind of like on a live and it's on YouTube, so like generic, I don't know. I've been playing for like what, like an hour something-ish? I don't know. I mean, it's a brain engagement game, so kind of like, you know, whatever. I think a lot. That sounded racist. I felt like a new racist term. I was about to be like, I think a lot, but like subtly more. Yeah, no, that felt like a new racist term. All right, so... yeah, I'm dragging this guy, and like that one's really annoying. Can we just do that one, please? Yeah, I'm out of here. That's my favorite creatures. Now I'm pretty sure from where I'm at, the statistics, there's just like a bunch of weird like in-betweens for what I don't know for what's going on in the world. It genuinely, I have no idea. Like enjoying some bit of story building of like, hey, who's hanging out on here? YouTube, the people, the like shorts, whoever. You know what I mean? A little bit of a weird in-between tell. Ew, ew, ew. There we go. Nice. Got him. All right. So enemies defeated. 20988. GG. No re. All right. No, me being a Christian is hilarious because there is a religious lens here that I think is hilarious. My mom's like sitting in the other room or something every once in a while, like, what are you doing in there? Just like, studying. Like, just like, I think. Like, yo, all right, so, there's also a level of like, outside of just like personal self-encouragement and like brain growth and things like that. Like I've talked about before in like professional lenses, Fortnite being great for decompressing and recompressing information at high levels of learning for mathematics. So like for one thing for me for math is that I played a lot of Pokemon. So I relate a lot of random math and statistics and like jumps and damage and like pluses and minuses and percentages for like step equations to percentages. Like it's like these weird, like someone will like throw a random number at me and I'll kind of like goofily be able to like say the right amount, but kind of like super close. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of this weird, like, but it's because I played a lot of Pokemon. Like, and I equate that to that. Like, and I enjoyed math in my younger years. So like the decompression and recompression of information for like playing video games and basically going, I'm not thinking about math, I'm playing Fortnite. For education is actually beautiful. For like Fortnite for kids is great. But this is what I just like resource game. I don't know. World building's great. I'm 30 years old. It's one of those things. But if you want the game to be super easy, like auto, you just walk around and do whatever you want. Free health, like literal free health, can't die build. It's kind of this. But like, I think my like plus defense thing is a little extra. You know what I mean? Like I kind of like soft, like I basically like as I was playing, soft built the set of what my best ones are, but like, yeah, like it's pre-order, I guess. So like the really cool ones, when I really looked around, was like, you know, I mean, I don't have a PC, but like, that's cool. All right, like it's one of those things. It's cool. I think they're awesome and everything, but like, there's just a lot of gorgeous arts. Like technically, for what I'm doing, I'm trying to see the actual damage number changes in the background by using a step equation. So what should be happening to my numbers in the background is all of my spell damage is statically increased. So if I have like 100, it should be like 110, right? Like just like a theoretical 110 just plus 10 or something. And then my damage, because it's +2 plus 2% will be +4%. So what ends up happening is I have a natural step equation that I can follow backwards and use my magic side for the slow increases, for the slow +1s, to use the +1s as the incremental in between to guess the exact amount at max. So I'm sitting here like, I kind of like leaving that set because I know I can do that equation later. And I'm sitting there also just enjoying the brain cookie of like every once in a while, that brain cookie, that dopamine of like, hey, I just got like 5 of those. Nice. Go man. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm from a different era, but like, so like you can like hold 3. I was sitting there going like, man, you should have like 20, but like it's actually rather nice for slow incremental gain and like resource gain, brain cookie, whatever shenanigans. Yes, I'm advertising. Yeah, the evil. Like, yeah, me being ridiculous or at like art or whatever. But no, this is actually fun. Like it's weirdly like if I had to put an estimate to this right now, like I finished the game at like 10:20 was like, okay, this game is annoying, it's really stupid. It is honestly probably like 100 hours worth of walking around and just what, collecting chests for nothing. Okay. You can like stir up giant Grand Theft Auto fights that are just like ridiculous and like really fun and just like blowing stuff up and you know certain things. And then also also uh I am like 1,000,000% sure there's hidden stuff everywhere. Like 1,000,000%. Like actual. Like 100%. I'm pretty sure what's happening is like the AI in the background is code correcting in between like combat sequences. So now like later on in the game, like me playing like significantly later, I'm like staring at this going like, all right, so like I finished the game. Like I feel like this is like a subtle like you finish the game and then you can start like triggering these giant fights and then that's basically it. Like I almost like so I'm looking at this like this is where the dragon is, you know what I mean? Like I'm sitting here like if I'm doing some weird like oh man like projection like all the extra damage like do giant fights like a giant one right here. I finished 2 steps so far, like just straight up 2 steps of what I think would be the secret thing. From what I'm looking at all the information here, and I'm kind of going like, you know, average smart guy, going like logic this out a little bit. Like you can trigger these random giant fights. I want to fight the dragon, so I have goals. You know, just like a little thing to go for. You know, just like a little dragon fight. Just like maybe start a giant one. Like after that hour where I was on like hard and I could not get away from them, like just like and then triggered like a whole fight and I like was so mad that I died that many times in that spot because I couldn't kill that boss that like I sat there and was like, yo, I'm turning hard off. Like, this game is stupid. I was like, no, I was so mad, dude. It was straight up like an hour and a half of just like running through the map. And then I just died to the first boss, not realizing what I did. Like, it was beautiful. Like, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So I love it. Like, it's actually fantastic. But like, the thing is like, there's a bunch of weird other events I'm trying to figure out. I guess like I should, you know, obviously talk about this stuff or whatever, like say hi to Lens of like 1, 2, whatever shorts. But the idea of like specific locations that matter over time. Like I put a couple of them into words, but I haven't really like summarized them, like put them together after playing and going like I'm almost at 100 hours. Like I've sat here and theory crafted a little bit, but not really like this. You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting here just kind of like smoking THC, like doing whatever. I usually don't live stream at all. I hope everyone's doing okay. And, you know, whatever. But, like, this is one of those things where the infinite spawn for the Crocs. Like, that was, like, one of the coolest things when the game first started. That, like, the pre-thing that people probably still have. That thing's sweet. I hope that thing stays up, like, forever. You know what I mean? Like, that's actually really cool. Like, it's actually, like, a little mini world that, like, shows you the in-between. Well, that spot is basically perfect to get all the garlands. Like, it's basically perfect to get all the garlands, like craft into storm shards. Like if you want storm shards, just sit there on the gators. Like literally just sit there on the gator spot. I'm trying to kind of find it like in my head, but like to describe it, like you just go to the gator spot. Like wherever it is. I'm trying to think of it. Like world build myself a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm like, where is this? I know this one goes right to the one big trigger spot. Okay, I'm just gonna say stuff out loud. This one Eastern Belfry. No, wait a second. No, that's not Gators. Gators, you go to this Belfry and go right to trigger another big giant thing. Whoops. Whoops. Where are the Gators? Yo, wait, hit this one. Gators over here. Nice. Okay. And I'm up engineering. Okay, cool. So, like, weirdly enough, you go here, you can get all this stuff, like, right in the center for all the storm shards, and that's what you need to, like, directly trigger the fights. Like, just walk over, just start one, like, just have some fun. That kind of a thing. Yeah. And then, like, from there, like, enjoy your time or whatever. But Blossom Woods Refuge is very, very interesting for me. So I'm using this one, or I've gone there, like, I think, like, 3 times, maybe 4. Maybe a 4th time. I kind of can't remember if this is the 4th time or not. I haven't really been recording it, but the really specific thing is I'm trying to trigger events in the hidden location with the more significant material. So, like, when you go, there's, like, one spot that has, like, freaking, like, 4, 5, 6 chests or something. It's triggered from a secondary event. You teleport there. It's like not Lost Woods, but it's like something like the random kind of, they're like secret spots, but they're like kind of just like on the map. And at first I was a little disappointed. I was like, oh man, like all these secret spots kind of like aren't secret. They're just like on the map, like it's just like this awkward like 1-2 of like looking around. And I realized Blossom Woods was incredibly important because of the number of stuff that spawns around it. So like you basically teleport here, and then this whole section for resources, it's kind of hilarious, but like it kind of does say that. Like there's actually like a very well said poetic side. So I'm interested to see if you can use the in-between poetry for world building, and it looks like you can. Honestly, like I'm testing it now because I was looking at some of the rough data from some of the other footage, and I was like, honestly, like if some of this stuff pops up the way I think it is, it's either like monthly, weekly, or like the amount of time that you spend away from the game, or like you come back like a year later, a bunch of stuff's just regrown. Like it's like this weird, like I realized, my bad. I realized that after you get all this stuff, okay, a couple steps to this. Slow down for the kids. Oh my god. Alright, so like you start the game. You should probably just directly get the growth one. Just right in the beginning. Because when you collect materials from defeating enemies, you'll literally get stats for every single item you pick up. Like literally every single item you pick up, you can use to upgrade your cloaks and your nails. And like you just pick stuff up when you are going around, and it literally equates to just direct stat bonuses. Like killing your enemies is direct stat bonuses, right? Like so, like when you start, like go get Burrow. Burrow will like windfall you into a number of resources. The problem with Burrow, stuff doesn't come back for a while. I didn't notice that at first until I went to Blossom Woods. I went to Blossom Woods and was like, oh, that's a problem. Like so. Later on, I was like, all right, well, does any of this stuff grow back? Like, some of the areas that I thought were kind of awkwardly disappointing. Like, oh man, there's only one enemy, one mutant. Guess I'm done here. Turns out. Like, so I'm kind of going through and testing a number of the different spots now, and just kind of, I don't know, I'm going to look through a bunch of the rough data later, and I just recorded like a bunch of 30-minute sections and little, obvious stuff. Also, there's like little things that I haven't unlocked personally that I want to enjoy, like unlocking like the resource crafting and stuff like that. I didn't realize early. I was complaining about it the whole time. I'm not even gonna lie. I was complaining about it that the chests were kind of bunk. I was like, oh man, like these treasure chests are just kind of the same thing. Like I was like, this is just dumb. Like there's no reason to even get the treasure chest. Like, oh, it's got all these old coins, and then like you go to the lost thing where like you get some of the like the secret kind of upgrade stuff and find some of the extra stuff, and what you end up doing if you get the crafting stuff, like it takes a long time to get these. Like I didn't realize that the schematic of why these are valuable is that like by the end of the game, like some of the resource stuff, getting them early, like during the story, will help you get some stuff going on. For me, I just skipped through a bunch of stuff. there are a bunch of random plot holes and broken files and updates and things that are like whatever going on with my game, basically. And it's just fantastic. It's fantastic for everybody. Also, I stutter. My bad. It's my bad. Also, so these, generically speaking, very important. Hard to find. They're just like all the way on the bottom of the chain. Like when you resource all the way down, this is just like the one that you can't craft. Like you have to do the battles for it. So you basically go to the gators. Like you go to the gators, you get that. But the scheme of the chest is interesting. It's like nuggets, feathers, some bumper suits. I was getting bumper suits and sitting there the whole time going like, what do I even use these for? And then by the time I started upgrading stuff into later, like all of a sudden I was like, oh, okay, now I don't have any bumper suit, right? So like there's a bunch of stuff where you kind of just need like everything. And I made a video talking about how like the cloaks made, like there's all this weird stuff about like who says the strongest thing. My bad, you suck. Ha, better. Ooh, yeah, whatever. Man. I hope everyone had a good time playing. Whatever. I'm just world building, just enjoying. And what I want to do is 100% everything and see if there's actually a difference, because what it looks like is they're just all the same. So it's really just kind of pick your favorite one. The weird thing is there's a bunch of additional effects and stuff for like. Yeah, so it's just like when you start stacking a bunch of different effects, you can like trigger like boss fights, you can trigger like multi-fights, you can trigger like hour-long infinite runs, you can like, I mean, so I'm sitting here like, nice. You know, I really hope someone does some of the extra ones. Well, generically speaking, I'm just gonna kind of make some like short summarized videos doing it. This is like an hour something, so like more or less, I'm assuming no one's gonna hear this part until I like record it, and you know what I mean. Some of the other stuff generically is like awkwardly an interesting resource that I didn't realize mattered at all the way until the end, is this. Like, Bomb Flag, like, I sat around going, like, it's just, like, useless. I played easy a lot. You know, gotta finish that story. Just real quick, get that cloak. Oh my god. You know, when I came back home, all the shenanigans in my life. But no, it turns out Bam Flags was just really really actually useful later on in the game as I started unlocking some of the secret stuff that I needed to unlock with the old coins. Didn't realize that. Happens. Oh yeah, yo, I'm the kid advocating for like digital property assets to come back if like people could stop buying into games, but then the games just give the stuff for free for like playing over time, and then kids like sell it to each other because there's already secondary markets. Yeah, my bad. Alright, so like that's a cool resource for everybody. That seems fun. Also, the healing drought's cool. Revivers are interesting for later, like if you want to like grind through and play through, and then some of the firewood becomes more fun. And there's some stuff to do. Grainstone was super important, like forever ago. Something. I mean, like intentionality and like what you're trying to do as you're going through the game, as the AI is going around coding some of the in-betweens in the background. Now that everything's been passed out to PlayStation's kind of what's going on with that. Just to summarize everything, I'm trying to trigger a giant dragon fight. So, yeah.
You know I don't give a shit.
Oh, my dragon cat. True. Honestly, I used all my old coins for cat stuff. My bad. I thought I was supposed to have fun. He's like, you know, just sitting here like yeah, like I sat here just casually playing, just randomly collecting chests for like so long, and I was just like, oh wait, this hour-long infinite fight is like infinite, like, dude, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, alright, now I'm gonna mute myself. I'm done talking about enjoying this game. Well, I'm pretty sure, okay, soft estimate, I'm pretty sure there's like 200 hours in this game that you can enjoy. Like, I'm gonna try to 100% it, but I'm also trying to do like funky math stuff. So I mean like, 100, I guess. Maybe. Unless you wanna like, do math. Yeah.
I know.
You can clap if you like. Oh, wait. Let's see what we got. all day.
Please do.
I'm in the business of misery. Let's take it from the top. She's got a body like an hourglass, ticking like a clock. It's a matter of time before we all run out. When I thought he was mine, she caught him by the mouth. I waited 8 long months. She finally set him free. I told him I couldn't lie. He was the only one for me. 2 weeks and we caught on fire. She's got it out for me, but I wear the biggest smile. Whoa, I never meant to break, but I got it where I want it now. Whoa, it was never my intention to brag, to steal it all away from you now. But God, does it feel so good? 'Cause I got it where I want it now. And if you could, then you know you would. 'Cause God, it just feels so, it just feels so good. Second chances, they don't ever matter. People never change. Once a whore, you're nothing more. I'm sorry, that'll never change. And about forgiveness, we're both supposed to have exchange. Sorry, honey, but I passed it up. Now look this way. Well, there's a million other girls that do it just like you, looking as innocent as possible to get to who they want and what they like. It's easy if you do it right. Well, I refuse, I refuse, I refuse. Whoa, I never meant to break, but I got it where I want it now. Whoa, it was never my intention to brag, to steal it all away from you now. But God, does it feel so good? 'Cause I got it where I want it right now. And if you could, then you know you would. 'Cause God, it just feels so, it just feels so good. I've watched his wildest dreams come true, and not one of them involving you. Just watch my wildest dreams come true, not one of them involving. Whoa, I never meant to break, but I got it where I want it now. Whoa, I never meant to break, but I got it where I want it now. Whoa, it was never my intention to break, to steal it all away from you now. But God, does it feel so good? 'Cause I got it where I want it now. And if you could, then you know you would. 'Cause God, it just feels so, it just feels so good.
In short summary, I am an emo kid probably that would like to share some music with you. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's super obnoxiously long. That's basically my overall summary of enjoying the game. I'm probably gonna watch it later, or now,
Keeping your
or like a
mouth
lot.
shut for once.
Also,
Can we get
I
Yeah,
did nothing.
less of the attitude, young lady?
Nice. Alright, well, honestly, I love the super supposed hyper hinting for fun stuff, but
This thing is dead.
I'm pretty sure. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.
Give it a kick and make sure, maybe?
That's not even half of what I can do.
Then I shall look forward to seeing what happens when you actually apply yourself.